Welcome back to The Bubble. I am joined by the still undefeated, the still undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Katie Taylor. Many congratulations, Katie. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, I feel great, thanks. Just a few, obviously, bumps and bruises this morning, but I feel great. It's great to still have the belts with me. It's great to be going home as the undisputed champion still. And after a tough, grueling fight again last night, so I feel great. And it's obviously another fantastic victory.
Tell us about the fight itself, because first couple of rounds you were dominant, but then, as we expected, Delfine Persoon really came at you, and it was tough going, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was always going to be that kind of a fight. It's never going to be an easy fight against someone like Delfine, who just comes and comes. She's absolutely relentless for 10 rounds. It's hard to keep someone like that a long distance for the whole fight. I knew at some stages I was going to have to dig deep and fight as well. But the fight went as planned, really. I was trying to obviously box her for the most part. I thought I boxed a lot smarter this time around, which is great, but probably got dragged into a fight a bit at times as well. But for the most part, I boxed a bit smarter this time around, so it was a better performance.
We were expecting that to happen at some point, weren't we? For to really swarm at you and it to be a real tear-up. And be honest, at times it looked like you were enjoying that.
Yeah, that's the problem, is I enjoyed it a bit too much. I was trying to be a bit more disciplined, obviously, last night, and I was for the most part. But it's hard to obviously stay boxing against someone like that because of how relentless she is. You have to obviously get her respect as well and stand and fight at some stages as well, which I did in some parts, but overall it was a great performance and a great victory.
I think the only surprise for some people was maybe that one of the scorecards had the fight maybe a little bit wider than we were expecting. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I thought the same, really. Maybe I think the 96-94 cards are probably the right scorecards, but I'm just glad the decision went my way again. But yeah, I felt the same. It was definitely a bit wide and probably a bit disrespectful towards Delfine. She obviously put up a fantastic fight again. We've had obviously 2 fights over the last year and a half, and we put in 20 grueling rounds together. And it's great to have that rivalry in women's boxing.
I think it tells you a lot, though, that there were no complaints from her at all. She went over to you immediately and gave you a hug, and she was hugely respectful in defeat.
Yeah, very, very respectful and very gracious, and her whole team, really, her coach came with us afterwards as well, and just congratulated us, and that's something that I really respect. And yeah, the whole team was super gracious and very, very respectful, and that's just incredible to see from her and her team.
So I think the next thing for you is to have a bit of a break, isn't it? Because you've been over in America since, January, I think it is?
Yeah, I haven't been home in 7 or 8 months. The last time I was home was over the Christmas. I was obviously training in Connecticut for a fight that was supposed to be in May, and obviously got postponed. So I just can't wait to go home now to spend some time with family, my niece and my nephews, my granny. I just can't wait to see them.
And what about the future after that? Because there are so many doors that are open for you now in terms of who you fight next, and so many possibilities.
Yeah, just don't mention the trilogy. Not yet. I want an easier fight next, I think. But yeah, there's so many possibilities for me. I think obviously Jessamine McCaskill's online. There's no easy fights at this stage, so I'm just ready and willing to fight whoever, really. I'll leave that up to Eddie and my team, and I'm happy to fight whoever.
Natasha Jonas was with us last night watching your fight. I'm sure she'd love to get in the ring with you at some point. I mean, that again could be another super fight, but as I say, so many options for you now that every fight is going to be a big one for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Every fight is a huge fight at this stage. I'm obviously defending my belts every single time I step into the ring, and everyone raises their game against you as well, because all the belts are on the line. So there's so much on the line every time I step into the ring, so there is no easy fights, but this is what you want, this is what I was born for, and this is what I'm training for. I'm trained to be involved in these big fights, and there's nothing better.
So now, break out of the bubble, go home, enjoy yourself, put your feet up for a little while.
Yes, break out of prison. It's been a long week, definitely a different week, a strange week, but a fantastic week as well. What an experience it has been. And to be involved in fight camp has been absolutely incredible. So thanks so much to Eddie Hearn and my team, and I can't wait for the next fight.
Katie, we wish you all the best. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning. Katie Taylor, still unbeaten, still undisputed, still very much champion of the world.